Yeah, I was working during my university days. I was working at Gilson Medical Electronics, trying to make some money on the side and stuff like that. And I was kind of in the development area, but I had a great boss. He believed that whatever you design, you should be able to make. So we had to make the product that we designed. So I had to learn machining and work in the machine shop and things like that. And in the meantime, though, I was also making boats for myself and so on. We had to make our own fittings. We couldn't afford to buy them. So, but I had all the facilities at the shop to do it. And Dr. Gilson let me work after 4:30, work in the machine shop till, I don't know, when or whatever, and working my own stuff. He was an avid type sailor and so on, and he liked what we were doing, so I was there, and I was trying to make a block that was much less friction, was really friction-free, so to speak. And it's because I was also in ice boating, and in the scows we have a lot of light wind, and we have a lot of parts in the boom. And in many cases in really light air, you know, the old days you had to shove the boom out going downwind or so to overcome the friction of the pulleys. So you know, I played with roller bearings that were very common then. And steel and brass and stainless steel and brass and so on. But they still didn't react fast enough. And I was working on a product that required ball bearings. It was what we call a fraction collector in the biomedical world, which was basically a big aluminum disc with a trench machined into it, which would hold these 1/4-inch plastic balls. And the disc held a whole series of test tubes, which would go under a pitot tube that drop in a certain amount of acid and index on around. So I was looking for plastic balls, and plastic balls were not common in those days. And I found a little company in New Jersey, Orange, New Jersey, through this machine catalog called Thompson's Catalog, which was the Bible of the industry. Now it's the internet. And I asked them to send me several hundred of them, which they did. And as I was playing with this disc with the balls in it, I had a whole bunch of spare balls and stuff on my desk, workbench, and a bunch of them rolled off while I was working on this item, and they dropped on the floor, which was concrete, and they really bounced very high. And I kind of went, wow. About the only subject I was really good at in school that I studied for, because the other ones I never did, was physics. And I watched how high these balls bounce compared to stainless balls and brass and roller bearing. And I went, wow, less mass, faster acceleration. And I thought, that's exactly what a sailboat pulley does. It stops and starts. And it's the speed or the quickness of the acceleration that you really need. Because once it gets going, it doesn't matter. You can have all the mass you want, you know, as long as you got something to push it, but it can't. But stop and starting, like sheeting in and sheeting out, no. So I went home that night and sketched up some stuff on a napkin and so on, and came back the next day and I made some pulleys and blocks within the next several days. Put them together and had them out on the boat. My God, they really worked really great. You know. I wasn't planning to make it for anybody else. I just made it, but my competitors saw it going on and noticed that we never had to push the boom out, do this. We could be quiet in the boat, and the things we were reacting very quickly. The same thing in the ice boats that have a lot of ice. So they asked Jesus, what have you got there? So they were black plastic side plates with a stainless strap with white 1/4-inch balls in it. So they known as the black blocks with white balls, you know. And so I made some for them and charged them a nominal amount. I was losing money on every one. And it kind of spread around. In the Olympic team, we had guys from the university, was Peter Harken, Art Mitchell, and other guys who were in the fin class. And I made them for those guys. And then the Olympic team guys kind of got onto it and asked if I'd make it for them. So I did, you know. And the Europeans and other guys came over after the races and it was all done. We're asking, you know, what is it that you have there on the boom? What are those blocks you've got? And those black blocks with the white balls. And then the word started getting out and the media picked up on it and it was kind of you know, it was humorous and so on. I can remember Bruce Kirby in One Design magazine kind of came out with big statements saying, beware of these black blocks with the white balls. They are so fast that if you don't immediately in time, the boom's going to knock your head right